There's a kind of faith so powerful, it can move mountains. Jesus said it. But do you have it? Most people don't. Because this kind of faith is rare. It's not the faith that simply believes God exists. It's not the faith that goes to church every Sunday. It's something deeper, something stronger, something that changes everything. Why do so many Christians struggle with faith? Jesus said in Matthew 17:20, "If you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can say to this mountain, 'Move from here to there,' and it will move. Nothing will be impossible for you." But if that's true, why do so many Christians struggle? Why do prayers feel unanswered? Why do we still battle doubt, fear, and failure? The truth is, not all faith is the same. There's weak faith, faith that wavers when life gets hard. There's conditional faith, faith that only stands when things are going well. And then there's rare faith, the kind that moves mountains, the kind that stands firm in the storm, the kind that believes even when nothing makes sense. This is the faith that changes everything. Examples of rare faith in the Bible. Rare faith is the faith of Abraham when he was willing to sacrifice his son, believing that God would still keep his promise. Rare faith is the faith of Peter when he stepped out onto the water, keeping his eyes on Jesus despite the waves. Rare faith is the faith of the Roman centurion who told Jesus, "Just say the word, and my servant will be healed." Jesus looked at him and said, "I have not found anyone in Israel with such great faith." So what makes this kind of faith so rare? It's faith that doesn't rely on feelings. It's faith that doesn't demand to see the answer first. It's faith that trusts God no matter what. Even when the mountain doesn't move immediately. Even when the answer doesn't come right away. Even when everything around you says it's impossible. The problem is, most of us live by sight, not faith. We trust what we can see, what we can control. But faith isn't about control. Faith is about surrender. Hebrews 11:1 says, "Faith is the assurance of things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen." Rare faith sees the victory before it happens. Rare faith doesn't ask, "What if God doesn't come through?" It says, "Even if he doesn't, I will still trust him." How to develop faith that moves mountains. So, how do you develop this kind of faith? First, you have to know who your faith is in. Faith is only as strong as the one you trust. If your faith is in your own strength, it will fail. If your faith is in your circumstances, it will crumble. But if your faith is in God, truly in Him, you will stand firm no matter what comes. Second, you have to act on it. Faith isn't just believing, it's stepping out. Peter didn't walk on water by staying in the boat. The walls of Jericho didn't fall just because Israel believed. They marched. Faith moves. Faith takes action. Faith isn't passive, it's alive. And third, you have to hold on. Rare faith isn't proven in the easy moments. It's proven in the waiting, in the battle, in the silence. It's when you don't see the answer, but you keep trusting anyway. It's when the mountain hasn't moved yet, but you keep speaking to it. Conclusion. So ask yourself, do you have this kind of faith? The kind of faith that moves mountains. The kind of faith that stands no matter what. The kind of faith that changes everything. If you want this kind of faith, drop "I choose faith" in the comments right now. Make it a declaration. Let this be the moment you decide no more weak faith, no more fear, no more doubting God's promises. From this day forward, you will have faith that moves mountains. And if this message spoke to you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Because this world needs more warriors of faith. And today, you become one of them.